How soft is this material? It's a black fabric similar to Alcantara. My new car, unfortunately, there are water leaks. The water has caused significant stains on the car's headliner, which are hard to remove. So what's the alternative? Obviously replacing the car altogether, which isn't really an option. Or we can directly replace the material covering it. And with this video, I want to show you the process I'll use for this replacement. On eBay and on their dedicated website, which I'll show you later in the video, I'll demonstrate how to do this kind of work for less than 100 euros. Exactly. This is a beautiful material similar to Alcantara, very soft, which we'll use to replace what's on top. You'll find all the necessary links in the video description if you want to do a similar job at home, if your headliner is peeling or stained like mine. But let's not get lost in chit chat, let's start removing the old lining. The car's headliner is already removed because if you've seen my other videos, you've seen this already. How I did it and why I did it, especially if you haven't seen it yet, go and check them out on the channel. This is the first or second video about the car. This is the third one. So I got straight to work, starting to remove the old material all around the whole of the panoramic roof. Not knowing what to expect, I was still full of enthusiasm with the eagerness to do all this work, and I can tell you it turned out very well with a few flaws that you'll see later, but it was a bit more difficult than I expected. However, with a bit of skill you can manage everything. I quickly removed all the old ugly gray material which was also stained and threw it away. Now there's all this foam that's still intact because the roof wasn't peeling, which needs to be removed to make the new glue stick. I armed myself with a brush and started brushing and brushing since I was doing practically everything. Too much hard work just using a hand brush, so I switched to more powerful tools. I took the drill to remove more material. Some time has passed and the work is progressing, and I'm roughly at this point. I still have to clean the tighter spaces. I'm using both plastic and metal brushes. This is the screwdriver with this type of head here. In the corners I used this small brush with metal bristles to remove all the old foam, because the better I remove the old one, the better the new one will stick. I finally finished the most tedious part of this project, which was removing the old foam that was here. I took some time. It's already afternoon. Obviously, I stopped, went upstairs, had some food, etc. But now let's continue. Cut the material, prepare the glue, and get ready to stick the new material. I spread it well over the surface with the brush, the sealing and the material a little longer because I'll need it for the supports too. Generally, for a regular car, a piece of 1.5 meters by 2 meters is enough. Always check the measurements based on the car you have. A piece like this costs about 50 euros, not including the front supports. A piece like mine costs about 70 euros, which is a more than fair price for such material. Unfortunately, in the video I made for you, it doesn't quite show how beautiful it is to see and touch, at least for me. It really is very nice. I took all my measurements and slowly started cutting the size I needed, leaving a bit of a margin to fold and attach the edges. At this point I also got some help from my father, because this part of the process is a bit more delicate and it's better to have 4 hands, not just 2, because if the material sticks wrong you can't unstick it and you'll make a mess, risking even a bit of damage, ruining the material or having to heat the glue. Regarding the glue, I used 1.5 cans, one of 900 grams and another of 750, so I strongly recommend buying 2. You'll find all the links in the description. Also for the glue, it's professional glue that withstands up to 120 degrees Celsius. When laying the material, be careful not to create any wrinkles. Lay it down gently and then pass over with a soft cloth to make it adhere well everywhere. Pay attention to the edges, press well, and add more glue in areas where the ceiling bends, because otherwise over time it will lift and not stick properly. No worries, it's not difficult, but I recommend doing these steps, as I said before, with 2 people instead of alone. Once all the material is glued well, turn over the roof and cut all the edges. In my case, I'm cutting for the panoramic roof because I have one. If you don't have it, you obviously don't need to do this. I cut out this huge hole, then cut out all the little holes like those for handles, for example, and those for the light. After that, I apply the glue on the edge of the material I've left and also on the ceiling surface because the glue needs to go both on the material and the surface where it's applied. Then I fold it over after about 5 to 10 minutes because the glue needs a moment to dry, and I keep doing it like that. So once that's all done, look at this beauty. It's not mounted yet, but you can already see the result. The result isn't perfect. Yes, there are some imperfections, but you can't really notice unless you look very closely. I'm more than satisfied, especially because it's the first time I've done this kind of work, and wait until you see how it looks when it's finished. After countless hours of work, look at this result. It's amazing. A video doesn't do it justice like seeing it in person, but I assure you it's way better than I expected, like 10 times better. Look how beautiful it is with the gray elements. I honestly had doubts, thinking they'd look out of place compared to other videos I've seen where people chose not to paint the plastic elements, but it also looks really good like this, especially because coloring those unfortunately doesn't work well. This is their official website. Here on their website you'll find all the materials listed the same as on eBay, and I want to show you this section here called Customer Projects, where others like me have done projects. And here you can see they've put Alcantara on some car roofs, like this BMW 335D Touring, on this Porsche, on this motorcycle seat, on this other roof where they also installed little stars. Leave a like and comment below what you think about this project I've done. We'll see each other next time. Bye!